I just want to talk a little bit about Delphi. All the stuff that we found out that was true, stuff we thought was true, it wasn't. Are these people who they really say they are? Is my question. I mean, there was a lot of them proclaiming they were a lot of things. Greeno was a bounty hunter who worked for the police. He's running for sheriff and all kinds of stuff. Uh, People claiming they're doctors, they're psychiatrists, yada, yada, yada. Are these people really what they are? Now, here's what I think. I think these people in Delphi, and even in this small little town, found out that we had a disability. So they deliberately messed with people's heads, right? And you know what they always use? Well, he's either lying or uh, don't believe him because he has a disability or whatever, schizophrenia or whatever his disability might be. And I think they took advantage of that, right? Like they were higher than the rest of these people. Now, some of these people got it right. Uh, they didn't believe everything that they were told by these people. And they looked into the case with an open head. And, a lot of stuff was overlooked, right? There's reports that one of the family members said that they had their kids, right? After they found out they were missing, someone said they got their kids. Well, who was they? You know, and how many of them were there? And you got all these people saying they're doctors, they're psychologists, they're criminologists, yada 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 yada. But there's nothing to back it up but social media and these other channels and other channels. It's like just a big when you try and find anything out. And then it goes back to what Trump was saying. Our problem ain't no other country, it's our social media. And I think Trump and Elon were talking about something else with YouTube or something. Social media, right? The news. So can we believe anything these people say? We can believe this much. We know they're killers. We know they're doomsday cults. We know they've sacrificed people. We know that there are religion wars going on, race wars going on. We know they're practicing the demonic stuff and the devil. We know this for a fact. Now, other people say, well, you're crazy. It's not true, right? Well, we know it's not true. But whatever these people are on, right, ain't doing the job or could be illegal, or they just been MK'd Ultra or brainwashed, which we are seeing a lot more of that, believe it or not. So my question is who are these people? Right? They're sitting there telling people, don't listen to him. He's got a mental illness. Right? We're the professionals. You still have to produce a 250 pound to 300 pound man, close to 6 foot tall, 5'9" to 6 foot, with a stocky build, or at least bigger, because that's what the witness said, and that's also what it looked like at first. I think the first numbers they did, trying to calculate his height, was somewhere between 5'8" and 5'10" or 5'11", 250 pounds, maybe more. So were these people even professionals that did any of this? I'm meaning they might be professional autopsies when it comes to natural death. Uh, Excuse me. They might be professionals when it comes to certain things, but are they professional forensic people? Is my question. So can you believe any of it? Is my question. We can't even believe the paperwork. There's so much paperwork missing. And I was just watching a lady from Ireland or England that's investigating it. What's her name? The Delphi Rico or Richie Davis? Michelle After Dark. I was watching her channel and she was showing a whole bunch of documentation. Looks like the paperwork's all screwed up. Missing paperwork. Boy, ain't it just like a mortgage, right? They got the turn in your paperwork and it was all mixed up. Some of it didn't even have to do with anything of anything. And missing papers, right? Page 2 of 3, right? So that means there's 3 papers that go with that packet, right? But you're only looking at one. Where are the other 2, right? Page 1 of 3. I mean, maybe they're reading it wrong. Maybe there is 3 pages there, but that's how they did it. Page 1 of 3 documents. Page 2 of 3. Page 3 of 3. So that means they're there. It's just stuff is blacked out. Why is it blacked out? I'm starting to believe you really can't believe anything in Indiana. The only thing we got is God. Like I said, I don't know what kind of extreme these people went through to cover up the truth. They very well might have used that anthrax or ricin on us. It might have been a cult spanning all the way up here. They said they had dudes up here, the Kokomo crew and some other crews. It might have been. I can tell you one thing, a lot of people got sick. I thought it was a spirit or a curse or something that they were using to try and shut us up. And I think they only did that to the people that were covering the Delphi case. You know, a lot of people are looking, where is this big guy that they talked about, that the witnesses seen? They said he looked determined. He had a determination look on his face, and dark brown eyes, and real big or whatever. What? Who was it? Eyes darker than coal. They seen someone there big, stocky. Is it possible they did get it wrong? I don't know. You know, a lot of people are going crazy. A lot of people attacked me from Ernie Shell's channel because I wanted to know where Ernie Shell was on February 13th, 2017. Not because of anything but his actions and the rumors that were going around. There was a lot of people we wanted to look at that might have had a gait, a limp. Kohlberger, just because of a knife. You know, a lot of people don't know about serial killers. That's probably why a lot of people got away with murder. Is because they can't believe that it's possible for someone just to drive around and kill and go back home that fast. And I'm starting to get tired now. I don't know if we'll ever find out how many were involved. You know, and I've seen a lot of people just because they cover the case and mention, you know, well, this guy said that, or this channel said that, or this guy was a suspect. And I still can't get my heads around why all these Delphi channels and and other channels that don't cover Delphi, why do these people think that no one else watches these kind of cases and has their own opinions on it? You know, once they supposedly found Brian James Chadwell, a lot of people were like, it's possible he did a lot of other things down there in any place he went. If you're that brazen to kidnap your next door neighbor's kid, supposedly, from what they said. But I'm not sure. That kid they found in that basement might have been the third girl that they seen on the bridge that either was trafficked, maybe he took, saved, and Abby and Libby had to die. And if that's the case, anyone that would do something like that would do it in a different state and do it all over. I think some of these dudes were trespassing on people. Well, there's a lot to go through in the Delphi case and the Summer Waltz case. What it's turning out to be is the people that created it are the people now that are we've come 360 back around to the case, and they were suspects, if not for being there, for at least having connections with pedo stuff or something, or drugs that was connected to Keegan Klein. We know there's more to Delphi. Probably what people that knew or involved in that pedo ring or whatever it was, or just people with sick minds down there, possibly drugs and everything. We know there's more to it. It remains an open case. But it's really getting fishy with all this stuff. The statewide prosecutors, defense didn't do this. They did that wrong. Someone leaked the photos, stolen. Then they put it out. No, no one leaked them. They were stolen. And they ended up on YouTube. Why not the media? Can you ask me that? If this was such a high profile case, why did they not call the media, TV, Dateline, 2020, whatever, CNN, or any of the local news channels? No, they didn't leak it to them. They leaked it to YouTubers. Is it because they could control them? Or was it YouTubers trying to blame social media, like the real news channels for leaking it? I don't know. I'm getting tired. You folks have a good night. I think it's pretty crazy. Uh, if you ask me. And we really do have to question all these people. Well, we know the police are the police, right? Well, what about these social media people? Who are they really? What kind of connections did they have? Were they connected to police? That's why they didn't get prosecuted for obstruction of justice. Did they have higher ups? I don't know. You figure it out. You folks have a good night. God bless. Talk to you later.